we go. So I just had the coolest conversation. I'm just sneaking off this path, you guys. You're not supposed to be in here. The coolest conversation with the nicest couple from Syracuse. He grew up in Suffern, New York, so I want to tell you guys some of these rocks, it's very interesting already that they're just sitting there. Would I look at that any other way? No. But because I see these rocks, from all of us, we all get these loose rocks just sitting there. And it's very quartz-like. Interesting. Oh, I like this, you guys. I'm so happy I can do this for you. Now, will we see structures? Will we see anything? I don't know. After this, look, if they're not in here, they're not in the Keys, except on those islands. They're on the islands, though. See, now, right now, I'm liking this. You see this? Believe me, I won't fake it. I kind of want them not to be, because it'll make my life easier today. If I find them, I'm doomed, because then I will never leave. My parents are like, just take your time. I'm like, I'm not. Oh yeah, see, look, they're here. They're here. You can see the trails. Okay, you're not supposed to go in there. They're literally something giant trampling through here. You see this? You guys, you can't go through this. It doesn't. So here you can see there's structures right here. I think it's very hard to see on the thing, but I saw that perfectly straight leaner. Then I'm seeing it here. They're in there, guys. Look, they did that. And then the trails all go back in here. They said no poison ivy that they noticed. Let me just take a quick peek. I wore my jeans this time because, yeah, see, they're here. I can't believe it. Actually, I can, but yeah, see, they're back in here. All right, so imagine I could get them to do something. These dudes would probably kill me. Oh, this Colorado guy, he thinks he's like, because he can do this so good in Colorado. I don't think that. I'm just being hypothetical. Ah, spider! Ah! Sorry, I wasn't expecting it, and they're poisonous. But I was reading, they're not enough to kill you, but their venom's not enough to kill people. Most of the spiders here. I think there's one or two, but you won't run into them too much. But the problem is, as you're walking, their webs can be invisible. Like, in a sense, because of the lighting or whatever, and the next thing you know, the thing is literally on your face. Yeah, see, look, I'm seeing this, okay? It's very discreet. Watch. Right there. See that thing comes up and just leans there? But I'm not going to say anything yet. I want to see what's... Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. You guys, check it out. Check it out now. Funk Soul Brother, right about now. Blatant. Funk Soul Brother. Yes. Oh, I love that couple. They were so nice. Like, I like that. That guy was so cool. They drove all the way down in their 4Runner from Syracuse. They do 3 weeks, he said. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And they were so happy. And we had a long talk there. I'm glad. Because they came through here. This is like, see this trail? You don't even know it's here. He's like, nobody knows it's there. I'm like, because I was like, I thought I was the only one that found it. He's like, yeah, it cuts through. I'm like, I'm glad you guys came out, because I would have got spooked. Like, I wouldn't have thought anyone was back there. All right, I'm starting to see structures, you guys. I swear. I know there's some twists and stuff in these trees, but that's not what I'm seeing. In fact, I'm not even showing you half of what I think I'm seeing. I want something, I think I just filmed the next, but I want something blatant. So this trail has been cut through that no one knows about. You got to see the entrance. There isn't one. You got to pull these bushes back, and then all of a sudden it's there. It was so cool. I was like, how did you guys know? He's like, we didn't. Because where I was going, he didn't know. They went in way down somewhere else and ended up coming out here. Kind of interesting how that goes in there. Like, it's much wider than it needs to be, and then of course you have another rock just sitting there. Doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't hurt either. Let's go. I'm going to try to do this fast for you. I'm not trying to drag out a video. I don't really need... I have tons of video I haven't shown you. I wanted to make a video. A couple clips at least from with Callie. I mean, these things have just been put there. It's like seen like perfect X's right here. You know they got this. You know what it is? Nothing's left. This whole earth is used. Whether just because you, with your nursery school logic, don't think so, doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? This nothing's wasted on this earth. There's no room for waste, and I think that's why there's a desperate attempt at a population, you know, some sort of population reduction, certainly for the future. So let's see what's going on. This is a state. It's America's best state parks, Florida state parks. I don't know if they're the best, but they're looking pretty good so far. One of the problems is penetrating these forests. There's only little openings, you know, and then what it is, I'm sure you go back and then way back in there's like wallows. It'd be cool to drone it. This trip cost me way more money because this I got screwed on my car because I got my flight got canceled, so my reservation got canceled after 3 hours, and I had to pay way too much money, 3 times the amount. I was lucky to even get it. The guy took pity on me. He was turning everyone away. And I gave him a look, because I was supposed to meet my daughter, and I gave him a look, and he was like, I don't think I'm going to go here. I think I found another spot that's even better. Let me turn around. Give me a sec. The decision, I don't know what's beyond the gates at the state park. There's a gate you can go through. I have a feeling it's very limited without looking. So this is still a part of it, and what I'm going to do is park right here. And this is a place where, you know, I saw an X. I'm almost sure I saw a perfect X like this right here. And let's take a look. This is important for me. I gotta take a world. Like it's just been put there. I swear. Like they've all been moved and they're just sitting there. There you go. Oh my God. Here we go. Okay, so, and there's the trail right next to it. Okay, so that's where they go. They go right in there. This is how I know. Because right next to one of the only accesses in there is an X. And then what do you have right next to the X? A field gold, beautiful trident. Literally a trident. You see it? So you see the trident. 1, 2, 3, and then the lemur coming up. Next to an X, next to the trident and the X is a trail that goes into where you're not supposed to go. And we may check out one of those trails. But I wanted to do the open part first. Because I'm not seeing, oh yeah, look you guys, check this out. You think timestamps in here? Oh, let me film. See, I wasn't thinking timestamps, but now I'm seeing literally teepee structures wrapped with incredible stuff. I want to check this out. It could be a longer video because I got good internet here. I could upload anything. I should change to 4K. It's just harder to work with. Like I can get the video done so much faster without it. I don't know if my whistle applies here. See, I'm seeing these trails that couldn't be there without something making them. It's literally impossible. And I don't think there's animals in here. Like, not that I know of. Like, there can't be big animals, right? There can't be a cat in here. There's no way. There's not enough food for him. You know, could there be like one panther somewhere down in the Keys? Yeah, but I doubt it. I'm guessing he would get noticed and they would probably get him at some point. Because he might end up attacking people for a lack of food. But I don't know. You guys tell me. I didn't look that up. I know nothing about that. Is there cats in the Keys? Oh, you know what? See, this is starting to look good. Let me Google it as I walk. Is there cougars in the Florida Keys? Are there panthers? Florida panthers are endangered to a native Florida. In 1990s, wildlife experts brought several Texas cougars closely linked to the panther to Florida to mate with the panthers. Because I know they're all over Florida, I just don't know about this far down because Out of South Florida, it lives in pine lands, tropical hardwoods, hammocks, mixed freshwater swamps. Yeah, I would say no here. Is it possible? Yeah, but I don't think so. But maybe. Oh my God, you guys. They're right here. Look at this. Not only is there one, there's two. Okay, watch this. You'll see it better now. There's one right there, and then watch. They did this. Okay, I'll bet you my whole family. I'm the only guy that will swear on my daughters are like, Dad. I'm like, yeah, but honey, I know for sure. Don't worry, no one's gonna take you. It's just a joke, kind of, but like I swear on my kid, whatever you want me to swear on. Like I don't do immature things like that, but in a sense, like it's just that I want you to know. I want you to understand how much I know for sure. It's not something I think, you know. It's something I know. I don't believe anything. These guys could sit anywhere. You know, this is all connected. What's an amazing thing is you go back in there, and these coral rocks have all been just placed there. It's like that everywhere here, almost like the quartz. So what I may do, give me time. I may try to sneak, you know, get really back in there. And then when I get out of here, I'm going to drive home as fast as I can and take a shower. Because I can't go through what I did last time. This is amazing, guys. This is really cool. Like, I'm in a deep jungle now. Like, it's a jungle in here. Not out there. It's not a jungle out there. It's a jungle in here. Give me a second. Guys, this goes for miles. It's the only place in the Keys. It's right before you get to Marathon, and you'll see the road just becomes completely covered by the state land and this forest for miles. And I'm in there. And if I was to walk there, I could walk a mile or two that way. Just to guess, at least that far, and I can see the trails. Like there's literally Sasquatch highways in there. I'm telling you guys, this all grows over when you get a beautiful trail with footprints basically going in there. That's them, and I'm going to walk back into some of that. Okay. Let's just see where this goes first. Field goal, blatant. And it's another thing we've learned from being in the deep forests is the field goals. They did that. They're here. I can't believe it. I can believe it, actually. Oh, it goes both ways. Which way do I go? So you know what? Here we go. Here's a game for you guys to play. I wish, you know, if I had more time, this is what I would do. This would be a fun video. I'd be like, right now, like pause YouTube. And you have to click right or left, because I'll do both. But you'll only get to see the right or left, so you don't get to see what I do if you pick that way. That'd be fun. But if you pick the wrong way, you probably don't. It's not going to be as exciting. Look at these shoes I have on. My mom's like, because I wear my hiking boots down here. She's like, you need to have like, you can't wear. I'm like, I don't care. And my mom went out. She got me She went shop. She didn't tell me what she was shopping. She got me an elbow support like thing, which is awesome, and she got me these shoes, which are so comfy, but they have like real tread on them. See, so they're kind of like sneaker feel. You can see like people I think used to come down here, but because it's closed, like the bushes have closed, you can't tell. Like I picked it because I thought I could just sneak in there. You know, you can see it. You guys, look at this. That's all them, right? And then it goes under. And you can go right in. It's all been pushed aside. You can go right in there. Oh, give me a noise, you guys. Come on. I know they're here. Wow. I was kind of hoping, like in a sense, like I'm excited now, really excited. But I was in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? I think I've earned the right with like my friends and you guys to my subs to like do a video where there isn't Bigfoot. Like, hey, listen, my diagnosis of this place is there is nothing here, and it would have been, you know, easier. It's teepees. You can see the teepee right there. That's a teepee, guys. There is make no mistake about it. I promise. You see everything's flat. They're right in here, especially probably at night. At night, they have people at the door, which is amazing. You know, so at the road. If anyone ever was to come in here, I'm sure there's people locals that know of it. You know, they probably don't want the tourists to find it. Something dug right there. Interesting. Oh no, look, they took a rock out. No way a person stopped there and took that rock out of the ground. I'm telling you, because I'm so sure of it, because you think about it. Would you do it? That's the last thing someone would do back here. That's probably one of those, I'm not sure. But that was taken, and then you can see it's there, you know, see all that stuff off the ground. None of that's touching the ground. They did it. It's the others. And they're right here. I remember my last Florida video, or the one I did like a year ago or something. And they were everywhere. I found their X's. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. I didn't get really any noises. I found very strange items. I found a helmet with like a snake under. I found all this weird stuff. And they were right there, timestamp wise. See, I believe they did that too. All this has been done. This is a teepee. You see it? Teepee structure. Trails going in at the teepee. I mean, you guys, look, there's no mistake about that. Give me a second, because I want to do. Look, I want to do this, but they're literally telling me you got to go back off the trail. It's my only hope, because I don't want to just show you they're here. I want to get something. I want to make them do something, even if I have to force them, like walk into them or something, to get them to make noises so I go the other way or something. That's all I care. That's all I want today. If I saw one, it'd be great, but I'm not expecting that in here at all. I don't think these guys are going to let me see them. Maybe if I spent a year here with them, but even then, you might not. I have many places that I love very much that I've never been able to see them. Some of the best communications, the best things of audios and stuff have happened there, but I have never witnessed one at that particular location. As you can see, they're everywhere here. In fact, the deeper I get, the more. Give me a second. As far as you can see here, there's no footprints at all except for that couple. From what I can tell, I'm almost sure that's from him right there. That just happened. So this is what's cool about this is it's not known much. People go to the state park, which is probably has something like this, I'm guessing, but you have to pay. It's like expensive, and then everyone's there. So right now I'd be with like 20 people. That doesn't work for me. It's nothing's gonna happen. Maybe nothing will happen with me, but at least I have hope alone. That's why I'm always alone. Look at this place. See blockage. It's literally blocking in a pile. Here goes the trail that way. This is their trail. There's an X right there on the ground. Here's their trail. You can barely walk through it. See? Look at this. Oh, I found it. Come on, give me something good, you guys. Look how tweaked that thing is. And then follow it down. It's broke below, right? Goes down, blocks you, and then goes out with a trident that way. They did that. See, look at the funky trails. Because I believe, unless I'm mistaken, because there's no scat here. If there was a cat running wild, there'd be poop somewhere. I believe the biggest animal back here that I can think of would be a raccoon. All right, I got to be careful doing that. I almost got lost completely to where I couldn't get out of here. You see this, guys? Hold on, I'm still lost. This is all structures. What did I do? How did I do that? What have I continued to do? I was watching Year One. I love that. You guys ever see that Cain and Abel? Cain kills Abel, and he's like, Abel wakes back up, and he's like, he hits him again. He's like, what have I done? Then he wakes up again. He hits him again. He's like, and he bashes him with a rock again. He's like, what have I continued to do? Like, until he's dead. I thought it was fun. I love dumb humor that's funny. You ever see Year One? Oh, I just walked through the craziest spider. Oh my God, get off of me. That thing was like 3 inches wide. I almost got lost forever. You can get hung up in there and never get out of there. I swear. I'm staying right here for right now. What if I could? He's bashing his skull and he keeps waking up like after a minute, and then he hits him again. What have I continued to do? I love that movie. If you haven't seen Year One, it's on Netflix right now. You see how everything's feel gold? I think this is the extent of what you're going to see here as far as structures. If them building a blatant teepee that's just unbelievably blatant, I don't know. I don't know if they're like that here. I don't know if this is Bigfoot. Well, I'll tell you this. This is how I know for sure, because it's exactly the same thing except different trees. Different environment, right? You got the block, right? So here's the human trail. Used to be a human trail, and then you have the block, what they always do. I call it a block, but they just lay it down. There's no mistake about this with blockage. It's not on the ground either. That's how you know they did it, see? None of it's on the ground. None of it. That's why people don't understand the details that I know that I don't take the time to explain. You know, like, oh, that thing just fell. No, it's off the ground. Okay, that's what they do it. And then you pass it, you step over it, you can see it's been stepped over, and it goes into their trails. You see how it's all bolted down, like all the way in? They did that, and that's how it works. I don't know what else to do. Like, you. Blatant. Let me tell you guys, hypothetically, there's an X right there. If you want, there's X's all through this forest. It's amazing. If you see, there's the trail. If it bends up, there's like little people in here. I know there's little beings, not people. Like, not. I think when I say that, sometimes people think I mean little humans. It's just little. They're not monkeys. They're a people. All of these guys are a people. And then the other ones, some of these others are people like, you know, they're thinking, even though they might look a little cartoony looking, like their faces and stuff, they're still thinking beings that are probably smarter than us. Their brains work better than ours, I think. I think we both got, you know, dealt our cards, and I think everybody lacks something. You know, nothing's perfect anywhere, you know. People are jealous of us, we're jealous of them, you know, it's whatever we don't have, we want, you know. Why can't we control other people? Because we're idiots, that's why. And if you don't know that, or you're offended by that, you're one of those people. The pushover. Quartz, like, you know, coral on top, X right behind it. They love this. They do the same thing everywhere, whether it's Scotland, Ireland, or Colorado, or New Jersey, or Florida Keys. You're going to see that, and you're going to see it marked, and that's where they hide sometimes. I can't see anything. I've never seen them with my eyes on that, but the timestamps have been insane whenever I find this. See, it's a unique piece of coral, too. You know, I think it's coral, or it's, you know, some kind of rock. And it's pretty, and they did it, and then behind it is a trail that goes all the way in. And look, you see, they literally triple marked the tree on top. They did that. Look at the stuff coming down. It's incredible. X. Come on, guys. Not only that, that's the same structure, it blocked the whole trail. And that's what they do every time. And you can tell, years and years ago they cut it. It's been a long time because this has all grown since they cut it. They block. They do it everywhere. I mean, I don't know what it is. I call it blocking. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't go and climb over. It just means it could, you know, it might not mean anything for us. You know, that's the thing. That's the hard part. But they do it regardless. I think it's a place to turn. I don't know. They always do it across trails. Everyone, you guys all know. Why even bother? The people that don't know, they can go back and watch other videos. I'm done re-explaining everything. But you guys, I'm a mile or two now on this trail. I don't even know. I don't think I can go back the other way. This is incredible. You guys ever come down here? I'll let you know where this is. It's so easy. And then you come in here, it's pretty amazing. I'm waiting for something I haven't heard there's not even a bird in here. That amazes me. This is a year-round place. Where are the birds? How is there not a bird in here? It's in the morning. It should be chirping, happy, blatant. Should I do timestamps, or I'd like to get a noise. I don't want to do an hour of time. Oh, look at the X. Holy. The further I get back, the better. Look at the size of that one, guys. It's real. I promise you, that's a real unseen world X. Some guys like, you say unseen worlds all the time, and I'm like, why would I call it something it isn't? If you say you're going to the grocery store, you don't say I'm going, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just what it is. Why wouldn't I not say it? Blatant. But this is special here, guys. Look, not only is it the X, it's all of that. I don't know how it's coming out in the camera. I can't see the thing that well. But let me tell you something, with your eyes, this is incredible. And I have a feeling it doesn't get much better than that. Not from the trail. because they don't care. No one sees it. No one even notices it. This is so busy, unless you were literally focused on seeing something, you're not going to see anything. And people, she's like, "Oh, come on, honey," and they just walk through. Not a clue, I didn't even say a word to them. I said, because I had my camera, I was like, "Oh, I work for Google. I was just going to try to get like a shot like this of the woods." And it's like, "Oh, great." And then we talked for like a half an hour. I've learned better. I heard something on my left. I've learned better than to really talk to people anymore about what I do. They're just not ready. Although that couple, I probably could have. They were really, really cool people. I really liked them. Blatant. None of that's an accident. You see how it comes out? I started in 1080. I should have done this 4K, but that's okay. I'm trying to keep the camera steady. I don't know if there's any like the timestamps are probably like there's no question they know I'm coming down this trail. They're just hiding back there. Everything's a leaning fork or trident. Let me see. It literally is peeled from the trail, right? Goes up, makes a perfect X. Look at that. You just got to know how to see it. That's all. X back there, right behind it. It's an amazing thing for the peanut gallery. If they, like, "Oh, that's just that." Well, good. And then you should have no problem going to film me in X. How about that? Go. If Windus does it, then the naysayers can go film it for us. No problem. Right? Go film us a TP and an X right now. You can't do it because you don't know where they are. I've been doing it for 5 years, and I'll always do it, and it'll always be better. This doesn't count because I'm down here. I can do the best I can in a day, Oh, and maybe another day too. I'm gonna leave early now on Thursday. Try to get up to the monkey forest. You can't feed them or anything. If you feed them, it's a $500 or like 90 days in jail or both. They can literally give you 90 days in jail and a $500 fine just for handing a monkey. Because what that does is bring them out. Like eventually they start coming out to the streets. They can bite people really bad. Like, well, I really don't believe I would get bit. To be honest with you, like if I had monkeys in here, I would feed them. I don't have any food on me, but I don't have anything on me. I had no idea I was going to be able to do this. You guys, I filmed like a half an hour of video already, but I am an hour something into this, and it's not stopping. And if I have to turn around, no matter what happens, I'm miles from my car right now. You guys, check this out. What's going on here? Look at this. Okay, check this out. So the trail goes like this. Oh my God, that hurts. Hold on. I know, it's funny, isn't it? I always think they're laughing at me. Look at my shoe. Look at my other shoe. Look at me. I swear, like I just took the craziest fall, lost both my shoes. Like just as I was about to explain their turn, I don't know what just happened. I'm not kidding, guys. I buckled, like my legs buckled, my shoes came off, then I stood on one of those corals with my socks. Oh my God, that hurts. Oh my God. If you guys did that, let me show you why they could have. Like I don't even think they did, but they might have. Look. Because it happens to me all the time. The next thing you know, I'm just on the ground, and I feel like they're laughing at me, like aha, like that's funny to them. So you're going down this trail, you would never know it. Let me show you. Right, see how blatant? Right, you go like this. You would never see it. You're never looking that way. And then if you did, you'll see that. It's impossible. I don't see any poison anything, but I don't know. Florida's got hidden stuff everywhere. Then you got the piece of cork, right? And then watch. This is no way a human's ever been in here, right? And then you go. It's so marked, the entrance. They have these entrances all over like this, and every single one of them has structures or field goal tridents at the end of them. Then it's the only place you can walk in. Go figure that out. Ooh, 2 leaners, like it. Leaning coral. Come on, swamp ape. Oh, son of a freaking spider. He's right there. Which tells me, they didn't walk through there. See this? They did that. See this? Underneath it, they did that. Believe me, if you took everything else away and just saw their structures, you'd be like, oh my God. You can see how they're being made. Look at all these trails through here. Something walks all through here and sits here. Is that from mice? What is that from? Yes, look at the openings back here. See, it opens up where no one would know. This has all been pushed a long time ago. Into structures. Like I told me too, that's why I'm back here. Like I'm not worried about anyone seeing me because he told me, he's like, just be careful because it doesn't look like anyone's been back there in a long time. That's what he said to me. See this? This is them. You guys, I've seen too many of them. As you walk on this trail, they must use that trail too. As you walk on it, you'll come to a structure. You'll come to a piece of quartz or coral, and then you know to turn, and then you'll see the trail that goes in. It's all like rough and stuff, and that's where they go in. I know it is. It's the same thing in Colorado. The reason being, these shoes are like just a tiny bit too big for me. They're 11 and a half. That's my size, but they run big. They feel great, but oh my God, I think I have that on camera. I just fell back. It was the most bizarre fall I've ever had in my life. It was like someone did it to me. I was just about to show you their turn and that happened. I don't know. You have to see what you think from the video. I'm not making any claims, but man, that was weird. Both my shoes came off. That's never happened before. Field goal. See, I'm getting into something special here. Trees are getting a little thinner, like I can see now. The bushes, I mean. And I can start to see trees. This will really help me. There's a rock in there. I wonder if a person put it in there. If you can see it, blatant. See, again, there's a small one, so you have your X, and then you can go right underneath it on a trail. You won't see a trail off of this path so far that is not marked. I wonder if I'm finally getting somewhere, because I hope so. This is starting to get a long time without any like guns or water or blatant. 100%, you guys. I found them. They are in the Florida Keys. I would swear to God himself on it. Whatever you want me to do. I don't know how else to make you believe me. It seems like people don't trust people anymore, It's a crazy thing. I think my subs trust me. And I'll never betray that trust. Ever. I'll never want to know what that feeling is like, and I'm never going to find out. That's why you can always trust me. I want to make my family proud of me. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like one day, I don't want to ever ruin that. I think about the future, not today. This video is not going to blow your mind today, but in 100 years it may. That's what I think. Oh, see, look. How'd they get by here? There's a spider web, but you can't see it. Really, it's huge. And I don't know if these people, do they come through here or they duck it? That just shows you right there that people don't, there's no way to see that. People walk right through that, which tells me that spider made that probably at least a day or two ago, maybe longer, and it would have been knocked over by now. I think they don't knock it over. That's why if you're in a Bigfoot area and you see a spider web, which I get many people sending me incredible spider pictures, beautiful spider webs in the middle of their worlds and their trails. And they're like, oh, you didn't walk through here. Well, that's because they know. They want it there. Like I said, you could say it's a pet, and, like the birds, I said one time, I was like, I know those are your pets. He's like, no, pet, brother. They see these animals, I think, as Should be able to get to the bay. Oh, here we go. Getting close to the bay. I think I can smell it and hear it. X. And there's blatantly like a hut right there. Just in case, I'm going to just see if anyone's looking at me in there. What is that? I don't see that. It's like a white face that's not there. There's nothing white there. But yeah, on the camera, I see a white face. That's weird. I think if I go this way, it'll bring me down another mile or two and then I can walk out, but I have a feeling if I keep heading, like I've had this bearing kind of in my head, and I feel like if I keep going this way, which is very easy to make a mistake on, that bearing, there's that bearing feeling. As you twist and turn, you might still think you're going the right direction, but you might not be. But I think I'm okay. In other words, I'm trying to get near the bay. I want to see if they mark the water there. I want to know how they feel about salt water, which I think is very okay because I'm seeing X's on islands, guys, which I would love to get a shot of right now. Yeah, I can see the water. Got an old red tag there. I don't know why we just tie a red tag there. Right here. It's very trampled through these forests. And there's trails that go left and right, and there's no animals that I can think of besides raccoon. That's the only thing I think that's here is raccoons. Oh yeah, look at this. Cool, I'm glad I did it while I was still talking. Holy walk, you guys, with no water or anything. Look, there's a chair. Someone brought a chair all the way down. Probably because no one comes down here. Look at. I don't know if you can read it or not. Geodetic survey. Wow. Look how pretty. Sorry if it's windy. How'd you like to live in that house? Away from all the common peasants, which is us basically. You get to be away from us. Let's put this chair here. Watch this. What do you want to? This is where we got to get, guys. They're on those islands. Okay. You've heard it here, folks. Colorado Bigfoot is staking everything. Well, I don't know if I have a reputation, but if I do, I'm staking it that they're all over that island. I'll bet you I've seen giant symmetrical X's. And if I see one here, that's it. I'm losing my mind. I'm next going to come down. I'm getting a boat. Whatever I got to do, I'm getting on that island. Because I can work an island, guys. Trust me. They can't hide from me. Even if I can't see them, I'll find them. It's kind of blurry, isn't it? It's further than you think. That's why. Look at that water out there. Maybe like a structure. I'm not looking, I just want to make it clear, I'm not looking at the trees because they're dead. I'm very willing to believe that those trees are just pounded by wind and water and salt. But when you see a perfect X like I saw the other day, I think I'll put it in this video if I can find it. I did a lot of clips, I'll try to find that. And you'll know. And they're on these islands, guys. They're literally living on those islands. This is a place you can live year-round. The weather's beautiful. As we've seen, they have no problem being in 10 degrees either. So they're chilling out there. And you know what? It's not even hot out there. You have this incredible breeze. They probably love it. You guys, I got it. Next time I come to Florida, which will be God knows when, maybe a year or two, I am going out there. There's that pile. You guys, this is not possible, okay, by weather. I promise. There's disturbed oh, son of a freaking poisonous spider. That guy, he jumped like 10 feet. See this? See how they did this? And then they have the thing back there. Pretty amazing. They were really nice. And he's from Michigan. He likes to find treasure. So we're standing there talking, and we find one of those geocaches. It's like sitting in like a tree right next to us. I was like, wow, if we didn't stop and talk to each other, we would never have saw it. Look at the structure, guys. Look at the third. Someone just took this and put it there. Right? And then you got this beautiful giant structure. That's one of the prettiest structures I've seen yet. Because it's not the prettiest, but it's because there's a lack of oh wow, look at the cacti. Check it out, it's a cacti structure. You guys can hide in there, I won't come in there, don't worry about that. Look at that. There's trails, they go right in here. So what I'm doing is a giant loop now. I don't have to backtrack, I hope, based on what the first couple told me. So that's this trail. So people come on here. I'm willing to bet probably almost every day, you're going to get someone down here. Because I make number 6 today that I've seen, because I saw the couple coming out, 3 coming in. So people, just keep in mind, are meaningless. It doesn't matter if people go there or not. I think if there's, if it's a tourist attraction, it's a different situation, but they could still be there. But in this situation, doesn't matter. People don't even look away from the ground. They don't know to look in there. And I said, he's like, oh, we're from Michigan. I was like, oh, the dog man rumors are all up there. And he looked at me, he's like, oh yeah. I just was testing him. He didn't bite on the dog man. So I didn't say anything. If he was like, oh my God, I've seen them, then I would have said, hey, that's what I'm doing here. Basically. Look at the sideways. Again, another one that goes off, right? It's blatant. And it's a trail right underneath it that goes into this unwalkable stuff. It actually is walkable. You got to duck and stuff, but there's bends in there. Look at that. There's a bend in there, an arch. Structures, that's a spot. They do that right there so they can probably be right there. So when you walk by, I'm telling you, people are clueless. They have no idea when they're not thinking. And I don't want you to think I bash humans. I think we're very smart, but we're not smart. We're not that intuitive. You have to be thinking. You have to apply those thoughts to a certain subject. Then we're smart. No one's gonna walk by here and figure this out. You know what I mean? It has to be done. I think I got lucky being able to figure that out where I was. I'm done with explaining this, but I got to show you again. It's impossible, guys. There's nothing here that could do it. Here's the trail. Here's the structure that leans that way. It's just like, it's almost identical to what I found on the other trail, okay? It leans from the trail into a structure, and it's all off the ground, and they can probably sit right behind it. See that in there? You can be inside there. That's how they can hide from a regular person. They're using some kind of energy too. And then there's this amazing trail that goes through. And as you walk through the trail that's not for people, there's an X right next to it. There's another X right there. Man, I need water, you guys. Let's get out of here. So I'm just gonna run the camera. Look, without any commentary, or minimal. Just for timestamps, I just want to see, because they're right in there. They're right, you guys can kind of see the trampling. I would swear there was cats here. That's why I Googled it. I was like, how could these trails be so blatant, marked with structures, and they go into a trail? Unless the structures were just done right here, and then there was giant cats. Like, there's the only thing that could make those trails would be like cats. There's no scat here of anything. There's no poop. Besides, maybe I think I zoomed into like some kind of rodent poop or something. Look at this, the first time it opened up. Smells in here too, like sewage. I have not seen, heard, or gotten any kind of anything except seen 100% that they're here. Nothing I'll tell you that at nighttime, you walk in there. Why not? Because you don't have to worry about like a cat sitting up in a tree. It would only be them. You come back here at 1 in the morning, sit like over here, I'll guarantee you could get them to do something. One of the things is, I don't know. I know it's a part of what we do because of the system. It's exactly the same system, you know? So, but who it is, I don't know. How do you know until you at minimal get some like really clear pictures from the video? And I don't know if we'll get that in here. Uh-oh, I got a left and right. Look at that. There's not possible. Look, again, this is literally the third one I've shown you, but the 20th one I've seen from the trail. Field gold. Field gold. It's not possible. It's not possible to do it that many times. All right, you know what? Let's go. Let's try this way. That's a big tree, actually. I said no commentary, but things start to happen. Like I start to see things. I'm walking fast, and I want to. It's blatant. This was a cut from a person, but that is blatantly. Oh, maybe a person did that to keep it up. One of the maintenance guys probably did that. But it looked like them. Yeah, that's what he did. Someone put that like that, and then so people wouldn't hit their heads. This is why there's no Florida Keys Bigfoot, because no one's going to watch it. I think they will if I, do 1 or 2 videos here. But this isn't something that you would be doing as a job because it's too hard. There's no, not down here. I think in Florida, yeah, but not down here. It's a limited situation, and you better believe that their rules are probably strict because of that. This is not a very, even though it's square miles here, it's not square, probably a square. It's probably a mile or 2 to get to the bay, maybe a mile. Mostly because you're going like this. But in a sense, for them, it's still a limited area. Like if there was ever a real search done, some lady saw a monster, it wouldn't take long. So, and therefore, their rules are probably very strict. Look at that seat right there. That's a seat in there. Look how they covered it with the pine trees, you guys. With the palm leaves. Look. That's pretty cool. The thumbnail right there. Out of the back, there's a trail that goes all the way through the woods. Why does no one else see it? It's very simple. Why does no one else, like a regular person, not see that? Why? It's a very simple answer. No, not because they're idiots. I know someone just said that. Maybe, but because they're not looking. I'd love to know what's trampling all that. It looks like tigers live in there. That's what it looks like. Looks like a tiger den. You're killing me right here. Keeping these trails like this. Look how clean. It's not possible back here. Like, this is what everything looks like. It's just overgrown. You literally have to clear. This has been so cleared for a person, it's almost unbelievable what they had to do to get through here, to get you on that walk. I think I'm on the same trail. I think I connected back to my same trail. I think. You see this? Yes, something is in there all the time. What did I say? People just they're not looking. It's kind of like a VW bug, don't even notice it, usually. Well, you might actually say punch buggy, but you know what I mean? It's just an analogy where if you start to think about it, all of a sudden you'll start seeing them. It's the same idea. What is this? Is this a human trail? What is this? Because the human trail goes that way. I don't know what this is. Blatant. Oh, I did see this. Right? Either I saw that or I'm seeing the exact. You guys look at these trails that go from the structures. Like, this is not human. Look at they have all these like teepee type stuff. They live right here. I promise you. I don't know if they live right here, but I mean, they're here, like they're marking, let's put it that way, X. Okay, X under that. I'd break backwards. I break backwards, break across the trail. A third just broken on it, right? And then it goes into some kind of trident. There's no question about it, they did that. You can cut to the right because they have these trails that probably so they can watch the trail where no one can come in. And I'll show you how you cannot come in. Okay, watch this. Because I really want some of you to. Now you know who lives there. Take that walk. Oh, I did come way down. Okay, this isn't where I came in. This is what they told me. Which way?
I have to yell, so that was the same
which way.
Exact structure.
I thought it was that way.
But not the same one.
You guys, I don't know. But this is why. They're sitting in there. There's miles of this. Look. That's where I was in. I can see the spots. Look, you see if you go like this, you can see the field goals, and you can see their spots. There's a trail that goes right in there. That looks like a mountain lion, which tells me I think they come across here and go in there. That's what I think. Right across the street. And they probably cross out of our human eyes in most cases. I think this is where I parked down here. I could have sworn I was to the right, not to the left. Whoa. That guy passed me so fast on an electric bike, I had no idea. Give me a sec. Where I was, go figure. State Park. I want to show this because I think most of the people, you couldn't go back there to hurt them anyway, so. Like I'll never give up my spots because it's too dangerous. I don't want anyone going because people will go up there with bad intentions. Here, I think it's an awesome hike to the bay, and you'll see all the stuff. And maybe, who knows? Maybe you're special. Like without doing YouTube and stuff or showing lots of people, maybe something will happen to you. I tell you right now, it's one thing I know for sure. That they respond individually to each person. There's no question about it. To me, blockage, trail. I think they're like right in here. These others. Is there a Bigfoot in there? Is there like a big, like or a dogman type, like a big, like someone my size that has fur? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Like if I had to put a bet down, like I don't know. Are they in there? Yeah. I just don't know who. It's the same language. Let's leave it at that. I found this little spot. This is like almost back to where, this is like right in Marathon. But you come way back here. I found this by accident. I think there's an X right there. But I don't know yet. It's very different here. I don't know if they need, I think this is all a structure. They don't have to do these definitive, although if you get in there, you're going to find it. I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to say. I just want to see something that I have no shadow of a doubt that there's others in there or something. And so say wildlife and environmental area access and activities regulated, information available. So is there something in, this is what I'm trying to figure out. This would be where they would have to be. Because there is nowhere else. Is it too hot here most? It's the winter, you guys, and it's like going to be in the 80s today. You better believe in August, that's hot in there. I don't see. I doubt this is time-stampable. I can't. I can't see anything. Nothing I see. I can even pretend to humor. That was like me when I was in Florida in college. I had my only crotch rocket I had, a brand new Hurricane, when I came to Florida. I bought it here when I came here to go to school and bought it that day. My mom drove me. Environmental. indigo reef. See, like there, something could be going on. You know, this is the type of place that you'd have to go look. You'd have to walk in there and look around. They're not marking on the outside, and I know why. See, that looks good to me. I think something's going on right here. Right here. Can I just take a little peek in there, you think? Because they don't, here's why. Like, so in Colorado, you know, I'm like on a dirt road or something, and they'll always have like the X right there, because there's ones coming down the road or from across the street or whatever, and they're like literally talking to each other. Here, I don't think they need that because no one's coming from the water tower. You know, there's no markings on the outskirts. So I think the only way would be to take a quick peek, which is going to be a mistake for my probably because I'll get poison ivy. Let's take a quick peek. Wasn't planning on this, but I just want to look inside because all I can see is right there, and I just want to see like right in there. This has got to cut because there's a sewer in here. You know what I mean? Oh, it's all wet too. What is that? This is what I want to see in here. Oh, see paths. That's what I like. Like, why is there paths in there? But you guys, look at that. You couldn't go in there and try. Except on these paths. Why is there a path back here? See, nothing's walked through here. I can tell you that. Look at that, you guys. Look at that spider. Oh my God, that's poisonous, I think. What is that? He's bouncing like crazy. You can barely see him. Oh, he's poisonous. There's got to be poisonous, right? What is that, you guys? He's so thin, it's hard to see him. He's right there. Look at that dude. What's up, buddy? That I do not need to get bitten by. You know, so right here tells me that nothing has walked by here in days, because it would take, you know, he's been there. I don't think anything, I'm getting the hell away from that thing, man. Oh my God. I'm not scared of spiders, but poisonous spiders is a whole different. Oh, look, there's another one. Holy he's right there. You guys, I almost walked right into him. Holy moly, I'm out of here. Those things can jump on you too. They'd be like, whee! I'm getting the heck out of that. I'm not afraid of 12-foot dudes, but I'm afraid of poisonous spiders. I don't know if he's poisonous, but he sure looks like he's poisonous. Holy man, you gotta be careful of that. That's why I've always said, well, in different videos when I've talked about them, like the trail to Bigfoot and stuff, like they're not really here. They go to bed, like it's a little easier, but still. Oh, see, look. I know that's them. I knew they were back there somewhere. See, they were back in here. There's openings and trails. See, if I lived here, I'd gear up with, like, you know, you can't wear shorts in there if you get poison ivy. I would go right in there. You can see they did that. Here's my first structure. You guys check it out. It's a trident. It's a star structure. They did that. There's no way it comes out like literally as a trident. Like they literally did that. And then let's take a closer look through here and see what happens. Let's take a closer look. New Tahoe, nice looking vehicle. I probably just got poison ivy doing that, you guys. That's how easy I get it. Oh my God, poisonous spiders. So I look there. So they're not by the people entrance. There's no doubt that's a structure, right? Then I look through in there, and there's openings in there. I mean, that's exciting for me. I get really, that's one of the things I've said over the time. Like, I know that I'm not done, and I know I'm meant to do this. I never get less excited, which is an amazing thing, because people adjust to everything. You could have a $20 million boat, and after like 10 years, be like, I don't feel like going on the boat today. With this, that doesn't happen to me. Now, would these guys show themselves if they were in there? These, I think, would be others, not like a Bigfoot. Absolutely not. This is a limited place. In my opinion, it'd be almost impossible. So where I was showing you isn't good, but in here is. You can literally see in there, like, Like that there's paths like that shouldn't be there, and openings and like wallows and stuff right there. You see how they blocked it? It's literally blocked. So there's a trail in and they block it just like everywhere else that all of us find. Ooh, I'll take a peek. So tomorrow I'm gearing up. Maybe I'm going to go to the state park, and then if that isn't good, I might try to sneak just in there a little bit. And you guys tell me if those spiders are poisonous. If you want to know what this is, I'll tell you. Because I'm not protecting anything that I don't even know if something's there. So you can see it's called, what's the name of that? It's called Indigo Reef. And right next to Indigo Reef, or it's part of it, is this wildlife and environmental area. And you better believe, I got trails going in there that shouldn't exist. There's no animals down here that I know of, like deer. I don't think there's any cats. There's no monkey. You know, there is monkeys in Florida actually now, from what I understand. Don't know a lot about it. Just seeing, I think it's going to be difficult for a timestamp. They're not marking. They do a couple marks on the outside, but it's like, besides that star structure thing I just showed you, it's like really hard to see. You figure they'd be right here, like checking out the corner, like at night at least. And I think I saw that too. It's like there's an X right there, and it's all funky at the bottom. I'm pretty sure they did that because see how it goes over the rock. Normally I would never say no, but I've seen that. I mean, I would say never say yes, but I've seen it so many times in so many different situations. It's got to be them. The sign just says the wildlife area, and then when I get these gap views back in there, you can see there's like no way to get in there, but there's like these opening like wallows in there. I think that they're in there in a very limited capacity, and probably not what we want to see anyway. Like, you know, other type stuff. Like it's the others. There's no 12-foot Bigfoot in there, in my opinion. Do I know that for sure? No, but pretty good at that part of it. Remember, I tell you guys, I don't never want to be wrong. You know, people don't think of that. I'm thinking about the future. Like I don't care what you think today. I want you guys to be impressed in 10 years with me. And, you know, like, oh my God, he is right. So there's a trail there, which looks like someone probably made it. God, the poison, ivy and oak, and it's brutal in there. I'm right next to an airport. It's an idiot. Oh, that's my seatbelt. You guys, you cannot penetrate. Sorry for this. I just want to see if maybe someone got a timestamp. There's no penetrating with your eyes or the camera. You just can't. Look. I mean, it doesn't matter where I stop. You cannot see beyond, like, there. I mean, it's impossible. They could all be there and you never know it. You got to get yourself through that first barrier. The others at best. There's definitely a structure there. There's no question in my mind. It's impossible. There's nothing going on here. I finally find the one structure that could never have been made by accident. I think I filmed it for you. So they're in there. They're just not marking it because everything is a structure. And there's like giant rocks of like quartz in there or something, or very quartz looking at a distance. Starting to smell here because of this. Oh, you know what we should do? Because that's for sale. Look at that. Who wants to buy that? That's a night. Look at the backyard. I'll give you that. So someone Google it. Well, I'll give you the info when we go by. Let's find out how much that house is. It's not like, you know, that's like within reason. Like that's where a normal person's dream house would be when they retire. Not a $10 million house. See, boats, like I want to go out. Not necessarily this, but these are places that I'm very curious of. Come on. Hold on a second. Is that today? Book this for Oh, I think it's a rental. Let's get one shot over here. I don't know. If I put some I might put some Colorado footage in this too. Because if they're there, that's just the kind of place where they would look, you know. I got that right across from me as well. In the lagoon. It's a suspicious little spot. Not just because it's dead, but it just looks like Funk City. Whoops. See what I'm saying? Like it's almost structure-like in there. Very curious to me. I'd love to. If I had a boat, I bet you I could discover amazing things here. Look at the X, you guys. There it is. I knew it. That's not an accident. Let's see. It's an X with a gap underneath it. That's so they can come be right there, and no one will ever see them by accident. I don't think it'd be real tough to see these guys by accident because, you know, a boat, there's no way to sneak up on them. Maybe if someone was kayaking or something. Over there. Man, if I was here for longer, I probably would kayak. That's the next, you guys. 100%. Right there. And across looks weird too. Like that looks kind of funky. Yeah, it just looks like where they'd be if there was like, you know, they were doing the structures and stuff. They probably wouldn't make it like Bigfoot Universe. They're going to make it look like that. And they're just in there with like tech. You know, they're not relying on the support of that system there. They just hide among it with their tech in place. That's all they have to do. All right, that was good enough. I wouldn't mind getting a couple zooms on places like that. Interesting, right? I'm almost sure. How could there be a symmetrical X on the outside of that island, you guys? It's not possible. It really is impossible. You see how there's nothing else? I've seen very distinct structure, like just a few, but they're so distinct it's almost unbelievable. What's this? Oh, Book in Paradise. Okay, so there's your... Well, I'll do it anyway. We'll do a free commercial just because we're nice. There it is. Beautiful little house. It's like a perfect little house if you're like a couple or just have a couple kids. That looks cool. Because the back, they have tons of kayaks it looks like you get for free. If you rent that place, it's deeper. It goes back deeper than you think, and that's a beautiful back view. Another rental here. I recommend, you know, not that you need my recommendation, but I'd recommend more. I don't like the Keys because the only thing cool about the Keys is it's so warm here in the wintertime. I mean, you could go to like other places in Florida that, you know, there's more to do. I think the Keys is generally, you know, somewhat of an older crowd. But that's a great little house right there, guys. Great house. It even has its own boat launch. So if you wanted to bring a boat down, you actually have your own launch. That's a great place. Free commercial. Someone owes me $5 for that commercial. That's all I'm charging. Not you guys. They owe me $5. If someone rents it, I get $5. Over now.